Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here, bringing you another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Saturday. And today I want to do Lab 9. So obviously, if you're new to my channel, I do IT videos, I do desktop support videos all about how to get into IT. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell, that way you know when I go live. Really appreciate it, okay? So this is Lab 9. Lab 8 was Patty with folders. We were doing remote assistant. We were doing a bunch of things. Today I want to go over group policy. I want to go in depth because if I go in depth, the video will be too long. I just want to show you a simple command you will be running if you're doing a group policy, and also how it's implemented on a work environment, if that makes sense. Okay. So let me share my screen with you and show you what I'm talking about. Give me a second. So I'm going to go into screen 1. On the right-hand side, it's Patty Desktop 2. On the left-hand side, it's Server 2016. I'm logged in as Patty, as you can see. If you click on it, it says Patty. And then if you go into see, this is what you would be doing in the job environment, by the way. So you go into CMD, you do GP update force. So GP update force. There are no policies right now in place, by the way. I'm just showing you what you would do. If you're trying to pull a policy, and you do GP update force on the user level, it should pick it up right away. If it's a desktop, if you do a GPO policy on a desktop, you might have to restart it and log off or something like that. But if it's done on the user level, you don't have to they don't have to log off. It just takes effect right away on their desktop if you run GP update force. So that makes sense. So for people that are saying you have to log them off and everything, for user level, no. But for desktop, yes. So then what you do is you do GP update or GP, you do GP result. You do question mark, because remember the question mark is always to help you. So if you're stuck at a command, you don't know what it is, put question mark on it. Like this one, like I'm putting question mark. So I'm gonna do R, and now it's gonna give me anything that any policies that are apply on this. It should tell me right here. It says there's nothing. NA, no objects found, nothing. So I am going to, just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna disable task manager. And as I'm doing it, I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to show you why you would disable a certain thing and why it's done in group policy, if that makes sense. So in order for you to do that, you have to go to the start menu, you go into server manager, group policy management. I suggest, like, if I was you, I suggest you play around with this, because there's so many things you could do here. It's not even, it's just crazy what you could do on group policies. Like, so many, you could remove the start menu, you could remove this, you could do that, you could do, so just to give you an example of what we would be doing here, if that makes sense, if it was here, we would remove restart and we will remove shutdown. Why? Why are we removing those two buttons? We will be removing those two buttons because a lot of people are working from home, they're remoting in, and they're accidentally shutting down their computers. So in order to prevent that, we disable shutdown and restart on a GPO or some sort of application. Something will be blocking them from doing that. Why? Because then we have to go back in the office and turn it on for them. That doesn't make any sense. So we would just have the log off button right over here on the start menu, and then that's it. If it's Windows 7, log off. If it's Windows 10, sign out. They won't be able to shut down. They won't be able to restart because of the whole pandemic thing. Excuse me. The whole pandemic thing. People are working from home, so they will remove that by default because we don't want people shutting down their computers, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So that's in a work environment. Now I'm going to show you how to implement Task Manager. So what you do is you go into the group policy, right? You want to do it from here, not here, from here. You right click on it, you hit new, and we're going to make a brand new one. We're going to call it Task Manager. And then we're gonna hit OK. We're gonna do here. We're gonna hit add. We're gonna add Patty to it. I'm gonna hit read permission only. Right. I'm gonna right click here. I'm gonna go edit. We're gonna go into preferences, policies, software. So you can actually, this is for desktop. So if you have a desktop, you do desktop. But we're doing user level only. So it's gonna be on the bottom over here. We're gonna do. You just open up all these different ones. You can put software here too, by the way, if you notice that. Control, desktop, network, start menu. So you could remove things like taskbar, remove the taskbar, system, Control Alt Delete. So this is the one I care about. So this one, let me open it up because you probably can't see anything. This is the one I want to do. I want to do remove task manager. So you could remove a log off button as well here. It's pretty cool. Remove change password. All right, I'm gonna set that up. Let's do remove change password, and I am gonna do this one as well, task manager. I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna hit OK. So now you saw what I enable. I enable remove change password, and I enable task manager. I called it task manager. You call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you call it. So what you do is you close out of it. You grab this. This is HR, right? You grab it and put it in HR. You put it in that OU, right? You hit OK. Patty's part of it already. And you hit enforce. Do they have to log off and log back in? No, they don't. It should just work. So what I do is I'm do CMD, GP update force. And then if it's done correctly, the task manager should be grayed out for the user. So they won't be able to do anything. And it's grayed out. There we go. That's how you do it. So now, if you close out of this and you do Control Alt Delete, it's going to go to Input, Control Alt Delete. The password is not even there. Remember, I disabled password as well. So they only have the option to sign out and lock their computer. They can't even change their password. So you imagine a user like they can't change their password. They can't open up Task Manager. It's just crazy, right? So what you do is, if you're admin, you should be able to open it up. So if you try it as them first. So you do GP UP update /R or GP result /R, and it should tell me what policy is running. So now you see the policy task manager is being applied on this account. And you saw I didn't log off. I just ran GP update force and they immediately picked it up. That's how it should be in a real life environment. It's not like that. There's something wrong with your OU. There's something wrong with your domain controller. There's something wrong somewhere in group policy. So that's how it should work. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, unfortunately, but sometimes that does happen. So then what you do is you do CMD, and if you do task MGR, it should not open. It should be blocked. So task MGR is task manager in the command line. If you do the CMD again, run as administrator, you run as admin, the admin of the server, now Helpdesk. It's blocked for Helpdesk too. And you do password 123, and you do task MGR, it should open. There we go. Now it's open. So just like fun little trick I would do. Like if I was you, like if I'm brand new to IT, I would literally go here and play around with task manager, or remove the start menu. You could deploy software from group policy. There's so many things you could do in this. It's crazy. You could do so many things. And if you go here and you do group policy wizard, you hit next, and you hit browse, and you hit desktop 2, you hit next, we do Patty, you hit next, you hit finish. It should give you the report of how Patty is set up. So it says enforce domain, task manager enforce. So you'll here do show all. It will show you what's enforced on that user's computer. It says password history 2024, maximum age 90 days, minimum age 1 day, characters 7 characters, account lockout duration 30 minutes, invalid attempts 30 minutes. So it's like a lot over here. You could play around with all these things. I'm just showing you this, like what you could do on the user level. So if you ever want to see what their policy set up, so you could do it here, and you could find out on your domain controller. You could find, this is one way to do it. Obviously, the other way to do it is we'll delete the item. The other way to do it is Obviously, if you go to Active Directory, you go to Users and Computers. You go to Patty, you right click on Patty, you go to All Tasks, and you pull up the RSOP result, and you do another computer. You do Browse, you do Desktop 2, you do Next, you do Patty, you do Next, you do Finish, and now you get to see what's going on with that person's computer. You get to go in here, you play around with this, and you can actually play around with everything here. So see, it's enable. Go here, it's enable. So it's just things I have to show you how to do this, because these are things that you could say in a job interview, and as opposed to saying I will. Are you familiar with group policy? Yes, I have done it, and I have done it in my project. You know, you will never say lab. You say project. Then in my project, I actually disabled the start menu. I got rid of Logoff button, and then I pulled up a result with GP update, GP result, /R. I also went to my Active Directory user computers, and I pull up the RSOP result. I'm able to do it in that way. I'm familiar with group policy in that way. Obviously, to answer the question, yes, on a user level, all they gotta do is GP update force, and then it works right away. On a desktop level, they have to restart or log off, and then it should work after a couple more minutes. Does that make sense? So that's it. That's pretty much it for me for today. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I suggest you play around with this and just play around with different parts of it. I think you'll like it. It's fun. It's fun for me. It's fun. I don't know. I like it. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. I'll be live later. All right. Take care. Peace. Bye. Hope you guys have a great day.